Real Madrid reached the quarterfinals of the Club World Cup. Ansu Fati became a Monaco player. Zlatan Ibrahimovic supported Messi after the Club World Cup exit. Messi might play in the Premier League at 38. And what's wrong with Cristiano Ronaldo's new contract with Al Nassr? This episode will be packed with top news. Before we start the video, I kindly ask each of you to support us with a like. We bring you the most informative football content on YouTube. Thank you, and let's get started. Real Madrid defeated Juventus 1-0 to reach the Club World Cup quarterfinals thanks to a goal by Gonzalo Garcia, who replaced the injured Mbappe. Mbappe came on as a substitute, but his debut was quiet due to inaccurate passes. Xabi Alonso's Real Madrid dominated, and Garcia scored his third goal of the tournament from an Alexander-Arnold cross. In semi-final, Madrid will face Borussia Dortmund that beat Monterrey 2-1. Who do you think will win the tournament? Write your predictions in the comments down below. Journalist Jonathan Liu, in his article Cristiano Ronaldo's £492 million Saudi deal, two cynical regimes form a strategic alliance, delivers a sharp criticism of Cristiano Ronaldo's new contract with Al Nassr. The author believes that it makes no sense for Al Nassr to pay Ronaldo such huge sums, and argues that Saudi Arabia has effectively turned Cristiano into a state employee. The Portuguese player is valued more as a media and cultural figure with 659 million Instagram followers. He creates his own reality by claiming that Saudi League is among the top and that the 2034 World Cup will be the best ever, despite actual rankings. Football has become a brand and a tool of influence for him, not just a sport. The contract represents a strategic alliance between Saudi Arabia and Ronaldo, where he acts as a spiritual leader and a media machine. Ronaldo has no moral qualms about cooperating with Saudi Arabia. The political regime of Saudi Arabia is criticized for systematic human rights violations, political repressions, and censorship, the war in Yemen, using sports to whitewash its reputation, and the absence of democracy. The Sun reports that Messi could play in the English Premier League at the age of 38. He's considering a loan move to a more competitive league ahead of the 2026 World Cup. Inter Miami wants to extend his contract until summer 2027. Even after signing a new deal, Messi might temporarily play for a European club to maintain his form before the World Cup. In Spain, it's said that he wants to play regularly at a high level before the tournament. Messi has never played in England, but Manchester City showed interest in him back in 2008, and Pep Guardiola wanted to reunite with him even before Leo's move to PSG in 2021. A return to Barcelona is unlikely due to tense relations with Laporta. Therefore, a short-term loan to Man City remains one of the most likely options. Barcelona forward Ansu Fati has joined Monaco on a season-long loan for 2025-26. He also extended his contract with Barcelona until 2027-28. Monaco has an option to buy him next summer if Fati performs well in Ligue 1. Fati was attracted by the opportunity to play in France and the Champions League, to restart his career after limited game time at Barca over the past year. Under Hansi Flick, he played 11 matches, starting 3, totaling 297 minutes. After a bright debut at 16, Fati's progress was hindered by injuries. Zlatan Ibrahimovic came to Lionel Messi's defense after Inter Miami's elimination from the Club World Cup and compared the superstar's teammates to statues. And I just have to read you his full quote. "It wasn't Leo Messi who lost, it was Inter Miami. Messi plays with statues, not teammates. He is surrounded by players who run like they are carrying bags of cement. This isn't the Messi I know." He said if he were playing in a real team, he'd give it his all. There are no coaches, no stars, not even players who understand how to move without the ball. If he were in a real team, any top team, you'd see the real lion. Messi plays alone because he loves the game and because he can still do what 99% of players can't. But this isn't the Messi I know. And it's absolutely true. The real Messi reveals himself when he plays for Argentina, where he gives everything he's got. And I already know which jersey I'm dreaming of getting next. Just look at the release of the new kit from Irish club Bohemians. The team from Dublin has teamed up with the legendary brand Oasis to create a unique strip that they will wear in the next edition of the FAI Cup. I absolutely love it. And I just had to share this with you. A true Hollywood story in Colombia. 39-year-old Hugo Rodallega is no longer just a veteran. He's now a true legend of Colombian side Santa Fe. Last night, in the Apertura final, he picked up an injury but refused to leave the pitch. His teammates begged him to stay, and he did. Then, limping, he scored the winning goal that gave Santa Fe their first league title since 2016. An absolutely phenomenal story. Drop a like if you're amazed by this incredible moment, as I am. And here's another top story you might not have heard about. When Luis Fernando Tena took charge of the Guatemalan national team, his goal was to lead the country to its first ever World Cup. The goal hasn't been achieved yet, but the penalty shootout win over Canada in the Gold Cup quarterfinals, Guatemala's first semifinal since 1996, was a major milestone. The emotions after the match were so intense that Tena couldn't hold back his tears. Now they will play against the USMNT on July 3rd. And now, moving on to the other news. Jamal Musiala, Bayern's new number 10. Kepa has transferred to Arsenal. Barcelona defender Sergi Dominguez has joined Dinamo Zagreb on a permanent transfer. Haslam Sports Group has sold a 10% stake in the Columbus Crew to the Edwards family at a franchise valuation of $900 million, Sportico reported Tuesday. Wow! Saudi club Neom SC signed Alexander Lacazette on a free transfer. Bild reports that Marcus Rashford is on Bayern's shortlist. Florian Plettenberg has reported that Arsenal has already made an offer for Noni Madueke. Toronto have terminated the contracts of Insigne and Bernardeschi. 34-year-old Lorenzo was the second highest paid player in the league after Messi, earning $15.4 million per year. Arsenal and RB Leipzig are nearing a compromise on a fee of around 75 million euros for Benjamin Šeško. Napoli is working on a transfer of Noah Lang. Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic has rejected a 20 million euros per season contract from Saudi Arabia's Al Ahly that nearly doubles his salary. Waldmade is closer to Bayern. Munich will make the first offer to Stuttgart for the striker. Borussia Dortmund striker Serhou Guirassy is on the radar of AC Milan, but his transfer is valued at 70 million euros. Samuel Ricci to Milan. Fabrizio Romano has already given his famous "Here we go." Tottenham Hotspur are demanding a fee of £70 million for defender Christian Romero amid continued interest from Atletico Madrid. Liverpool are focusing on Eintracht Frankfurt's Ugo Ekitike, Newcastle United's Alexander Isak, and Napoli's Victor Osimhen as they aim to sign a new number 9, reports Florian Plettenberg. Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Fabian Ruiz is on the radar of Manchester United and Saudi Arabian side Al Nassr, Footmercato reports. Bayern Munich are beginning to turn their attention to Liverpool's Luis Diaz as they look to sign a winger, reports Sky Sports Deutschland. Galatasaray are preparing a first offer to sign Internazionale midfielder Hakan Çalhanoğlu. With his Cardiff contract over, 34-year-old Aaron Ramsey has arrived in Mexico to sign for Pumas, turning down offers from Saudi Arabia and UAE. The Berlusconi family is selling Monza to an American fund, Beckett Lane Ventures. 80% of the shares will be transferred this summer, with the rest by June 2026. Fine Invest bought the club in 2018 and promoted it to Serie A, but the team was relegated to Serie B. BLV is paying around 30 million euros. The fund is led by Brandon Berger. That's all for today's news. You've been watching Football News Tribuna, the most informative football channel on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button, tell us in the comments where you're watching us from, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the most exciting stories from the world of top-level football. Bye-bye!